Welcome to Abuse Exposed, a podcast about the secret of abuse. Each episode, we deliver intriguing Christian and personal experiences on abuse and how to overcome it. The content is not intended to be a substitute for professional mental or medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of your physician or other qualified mental health provider with any questions you may have regarding a medical or mental condition. Now, here's your host, live from Texas, ISpeakMotivate.
Hello, this is ISpeakMotivate, and I'm excited for episode 2. Yesterday was episode 1, the results of enabling behavior based off the Netflix documentary, The Trials of Gabriel Fernandez, a young man, only 8 years old, that was killed by the hands of his parents through 8 months of torture and abuse. This baby endured so much, eating cat litter, shot by BB guns, burned multiple times with cigarettes and other things, stuck in a cabinet, among other things. This child did not deserve this in any form or fashion. There's so many things that we can take away from his story. So, thinking, this is a good story to break down so we could get to the root and expose why abuse still occurs. There's many factors, and so in his story it's intertwined with all those factors. So we're just going to get into it. So the topic for today is generational curses, and we're going off of Deuteronomy 30:19. This day I call the heavens and the earth as witnesses against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessings and curses. Now choose life so that your children may live. Okay? Now choose life so that your children may live. Now, that sentence right there is so significant to what we're going to talk about, because we're going to speak about Miss Pearl Fernandez and her upbringing. She also went through some horrors in her life. So we're just going to go over through that, and we're going to show the similarities of people that don't heal from their abuse trauma and bring it into the second generation. Okay. So it says that the psychologist's report indicated that Fernandez had a difficult childhood and a poor home life growing up. When she was a child, her father was in and out of jail, and her mother often hit her. Okay. She didn't do very well in school, and she started drinking and using methamphetamine at the age of 9 and left home at 11. Mior also reported that Fernandez shared that her uncle had tried to rape her when she was a teenager. She also said that some men held her hostage for many days and had taken turns raping her. Okay. She had thought about committing suicide at the time and going to the hospital. Okay. She also said she had been abused by her romantic partners, including Arguer, which is the boyfriend that assisted in this baby's murder, throughout her adult life. In the months before Gabriel's death, Pearl claimed she was frequently taking opioid painkillers in large doses. Okay. Also, during this Netflix special, they said that even though she was portrayed to be a victim, they knew that Pearl would never be anyone's victim. She said that Pearl was abusive to Aguirre, and she said, and they said that they'd seen her punching and scratching him. George Carranza said, my niece was always controlling with her boyfriends they would do what she says. If not, she would leave them. Okay? And she also had a history of violence with Arnold Contreras, which was actually Gabriel's biological father. She once threatened to stab Contreras and was faced with a charge of domestic violence in connection to that. Okay? So with all this information, okay, these are severe red flags. Okay? And this is why us as a community need to work together and assist with this. Because we saw that her father was in and out of jail. Arnold, Gabriel's father, was in jail. Okay? She was hit by her mother. She hit Gabriel and abused Gabriel. She was raped. And she was attempted and had an attempted rape by her uncle and was on meth at the age of 9. Okay? Had suicidal behavior. They said that young Gabriel wrote letters about wanting to die, wanting to kill himself because he wanted to be good. Okay? So you see this. This is a reflective mirror. Mother, son. Okay? As a mom, no matter what we've been through, we owe it to ourselves, just as the Bible says, to choose life. And what does that mean, especially in this instance? Let's heal. Let's get the help we need. Let's get the therapy we need. It's not fair for us as survivors of abuse to become abusers. It's not right. Choose life so that your children can live. Let's get the therapy we need. Let's get the spiritual guidance we need. Let's learn what healthy boundaries are, what healthy behaviors are, okay? She's not the only person that has been abused in life. Okay? Not all those that have been abused choose to abuse their own children. Because you know what? They knew the pain of what happened to them. And they don't want to inflict. There's a lot of actually survivors that don't even want to have children because they're scared that they may have that, abusive residue on them, if you will. And they don't want to have that action towards their children, so they just won't have them. They're just too scared because of what they've been through. They don't want to do the same thing. They don't want to be the monster that their parents were. So yes, she had a horrible childhood in adult life, very traumatic, but she chose to act on the defensive to her defenseless son. And she decided to be controlling and abusive back. So basically, she decided to let me increase my unhealthy behavior so that I am scary. And so this is my form of control. This is how I'm coping. Let me do drugs. Let me harm my children. Let my other children see me harm my children, which is also abuse. To allow children to participate or to view a child being abused is abuse. Okay? because you're striking fear into them. You're like, look, if you don't fall in line, this can happen to you. And you're saying that indirectly through action. You're allowing those children to feel fear every day of their life. Now, us as adults that have gone through trauma, it is our responsibility to find the resources to continue to get help that's needed for us to heal from our trauma. Our trauma does not excuse ourselves to traumatize our future seed or other people, be toxic to other people. That is not okay. It's not okay. We have to be active in our own recovery from abuse. It's an addiction of love. We love that person so much. We want to be good. We want to be the perfect person for them. We will do anything to the point of destroying ourselves, our own being, to be loved. That's all we want, is the addiction to be loved. And at any means necessary, no matter how horrible the abuser is to us, we want love. Period. Okay? But as an adult, we need to educate ourselves on what love is. What's healthy behaviors, what's unhealthy. Okay? Or I feel a little antsy on this decision I made when coming to my child. Let me look it up. Let me go to therapy. Let me go to a support group. Okay? Or I can't afford to go to the doctor. I don't have health insurance. Okay, let me go on Google. Oh snap, I don't have a computer, I don't have internet, I don't have enough money to go to the internet. Okay, let me go to the library. Let me educate myself on healthy behaviors. Let me heal. Let me try to see if there's a therapist I can go to on a reduction because of my payment situation. Because I don't have enough money, you know. There's therapists out there that will see you on an adjusted rate when you don't have insurance and you don't have the money. Self-love is going to assist you with living the life that you always deserve, that God created for you. But if we continue to walk in unhealthy behaviors and embrace that toxicity, we become the toxic environment. And now, what's happening? Everybody's fighting against that surround us. Now other people are being affected because we refuse to heal. Refusing to heal is the most selfish thing a human being can do, because we're affecting the world, our children, our loved ones, our community at large. Okay? We had no choice when it came to those that abused us. Okay? That was not our fault. But what can we control? We can control the healing process. We can control walking into that therapist's office and be like, you know what? I can't take it. I don't know what's going on with me. I just feel like I'm breaking down. I need help. Hit that therapy office. Go to your church, get resources. Go to different community programs, research. Or just look up abuse. Education on abuse. Look up healing from abuse. Look up biblical meditations. I mean, there's so many things that can assist you. It's not easy. Surviving abuse is not easy. It's not. Healing from abuse definitely is not easy. definitely one of the harder parts, because especially in the beginning of your